So let us start by paying homage to the Buddha 3 times. Namo tassang bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. May our homage to the Buddha, the Blessed One, the fully enlightened one. Samadhamotani, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Respected Venerable Master Kassapa and all the monks and all the students in this classroom. Welcome back again to our Buddhism in English level 4. This is the week 19, and we will finish today with our special topic about meditation in daily life that is related to tranquility meditation and also insight meditation, Samatha and Vipassana. And today, if we can have some more time, Venerable Kassapa will also touch a little bit on the Metta Bhavana, as I think it is important to talk when we study about the meditation. So the floor is yours, Pante Kassapa.
Yeah, thank you, my Venerable Saktivi, for your kind invitation. And let me pay my respect to the Triple Gem and the Venerable Sirs and devotees and friends in Dhamma who are attending the class. So may I share the screen? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so before we start continuing our lecture, I would like to bring your attention to reflect on what we have been talking so far, discussing so far concerning Buddhist meditation. So in my first lecture, what I did is to let you understand the main purpose of a Buddhist meditation is to cultivate and develop the Eightfold Path or dominant factors in Eightfold Path. And wherever the terms are used, either Four Noble Truths, Four Foundation of Mindfulness, or 37 factors of awakening, or even the 7 stages of the purification, either one. So the main purpose is to attain enlightenment, to liberate yourself from the suffering, to cultivate the path for nirvana. Okay, so, and in another perspective, you cannot cultivate the path alone. It is in conjunction with other factors or along with other factors as well. So today I will talk very briefly about meditation and its types. I would like to open the floor for the discussion and any kinds of questions. Okay. But before that, I want you to understand the definition of the term meditation. And as you know, the meditation is the English term, and the well-known and prominently used term is bhavana. Okay, in Khmer, Peradeniya. In Khmer context, sometimes our Buddhists use the term samadhi or samadhi. It's totally fine, and we need another time to be elaborated. So I want you to understand the definition of the term bhavana. Bhaveti kusale dhamme asevati vaddeti eta yati bhavana. So the term bhavana, from a Buddhist perspective, the first term is bhaveti. So bhaveti can be translated in different terms, but in this context, it is translated as brings into existence or brings into being or give rise to. It's bhaveti. Okay. So what are we bringing into being? Kusale dhamme. Kusale dhamme. The wholesome phenomena. So here it can be referred to nama dhamma, mental phenomena, wholesome mental phenomena. So the first aspect of bhavana is to bring wholesome thoughts, wholesome mental phenomena into existence, into being. And then asevati. So the term asevati can be translated as associate, but here it kinds of maintenance, maintaining, you or protect or preserve. So the wholesome thoughts or wholesome mental phenomena which have been brought into existence must be maintained, must be protected, or must be associated with. So this is the term, or another aspect, it's kinds of living with on the daily basis. It means you are living with wholesome thoughts, wholesome phenomena on the daily basis. Asevati. And finally, vaddeti. Vaddeti means cultivate or develop, advance, or another term is capitalize or optimize. So what I want you to understand here is, even there are three terms are used in the definition, the point that I want you to keep in your mind is the term bhavana is about mental cultivation, mental development. And it is not just mental development, it is wholesome mental development. From psychological terms, it can be said the positive thoughts or positive emotions. So during meditation, it can be tranquility, it can be insight meditation. What you are cultivating is the wholesome mental phenomena. Hopefully you are clear. And if you, and so let me zoom in. If you are an Abhidhamma student or if you have been familiar with the Abhidhamma perspective in terms of, mind, consciousness, or mental factors, you know how the wholesome or beautiful mental factors are in process and are in effect when it comes to the wholesome consciousness. So according to Abhidhamma perspective, there are 34, 34 mental phenomena are in process, are in effect when it comes to meditation. And I don't go describing one by one. I just want to let you know, and if you are familiar with Khmer Abhidhamma, you can refer to it. So there are normally 34 mental phenomena are cultivated, wholesome. Okay, wholesome mental phenomena are cultivated during our meditation. So you can see this contact, feeling, perception, and on and so on. One-pointedness, psychic life, attention, here confidence, shraddha, mindfulness, that hiri-ottappa, and on and so on. So this is just a brief explanation. So we have less time, and this is another perspective, but I want you to understand the main purpose of practicing Buddhist meditation. Okay. And why meditation is needed? So according to Buddhist perspective, there are 3 different levels of defilement. So the one is anusaya, parayutthana, kilesa, and vitikkama kilesa. So the third level of transgression is, or defilement is overcome through morality, and second one is through concentration meditation, tranquility meditation, Samatha bhavana, and the first one is through insight meditation, Vipassana meditation. So I want let you to understand that the purpose of Sila Samadhi Panya. So the purpose of Sila Samadhi Panya is to eradicate the defilements, which has its own levels. Okay. So the purpose of Buddhist meditation are 5 according to the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. First one is for the purification of beings, for overcoming the sorrow and lamentation, for the extinguishing of suffering and grief, for walking on the path of truth, for realization of Nibbana. So as far as the factual points are taken in consideration, hopefully you understand that the main purpose of meditation is composed of these 5. And okay, and as the topic stresses, and as you know, there are 2 kinds of meditation techniques from Buddhist perspective. The first one is Samatha bhavana, a tranquility meditation, and another one is Vipassana bhavana, insight meditation. And even in 4 foundation of mindfulness in Mahasatipatthana Sutta, these 2 types of meditation are described. Even the technical term are not used. So you cannot find the term Samatha bhavana or Vipassana bhavana in Mahasatipatthana Sutta, but the techniques are there in terms of both. For example, the breathing, mindfulness of breathing. So it is Samatha bhavana. Okay, and the purpose of practicing Samatha bhavana or tranquility meditation is, and this is the Buddha's word, because most of us, not everyone, underestimate or devalue the practicing of Samatha Bhavana. But let us pay our attention to the Buddha's words, what he says about Samatha Bhavana. Develop concentration, O bhikkhus. The bhikkhu who has gained concentration sees things as they really are. So the Buddha recommends us to develop concentration, because the purpose of practicing concentration, the purpose of cultivating, developing concentration is to gain one-pointedness of mind in order to practice Vipassana. Okay, so we cannot talk Vipassana without concentration, and we cannot talk concentration without Vipassana. So, and if you remember what I have mentioned in Mahachattarika Sutta, that the Buddha mentions about the supportive factors of concentration. So it is clear that in order to practice Vipassana, you need concentration. Okay. So here, the main purpose of practice concentration, I will go a little bit fast. So the purpose of developing concentration is to enjoy the pleasant abiding in here and now. I mean, at the present moment. I mean, the calmness, the tranquility, the serenity you will enjoy right now during your practice of meditation. And another is to attain the knowledge and vision. And practicing concentration leads to the mindfulness and alertness, we call it sati sampajanya. And the final one is, ending of the effluence, defilements, asavakkhaya. Okay. And as you understand from what I have said, so the purpose of practicing tranquility meditation is to gain concentration. And from Buddhist perspective, there are three. There are four normally. Yeah, there are four types of concentration: momentary concentration, preliminary concentration, excess concentration, and absorption concentration. So why the concentration is needed for Vipassana? Because only the clear mind, the mind without five hindrances, are bright, are powerful in order to practice Vipassana. So that is why concentration plays important role in insight meditation. Because you cannot use the mind with five hindrances to observe, to see, to know the ultimate factors, ultimate phenomena. That is why concentration is needed. And then in practicing Samatha Bhavana, different meditation objects have a different nimitta, we call sign in meditation. And either any kinds of meditation objects, even though the signs are different in terms of color, in terms of intensity, but the same name is given. Okay, so it's sign. We call it in Pali Parikamma Nimitta, Ugaha Nimitta, and Padibhaga Nimitta. So it's kinds of sign. So, and as you know, in order to gain concentration, Buddha prescribe 40, principal meditation objects, and it is called Kamathana, and you know that. And I don't go one by one. It is just to let you know. Okay, you have 10 kasina, and then Subha Bhavana, there are 10 perception of disgust, and 10 contemplation, we call it Anusati or recollection, and then 4 divine abodes or infinite states, Brahma Vihara. And as Honorable Sakti suggests, we will talk a little bit more about Metta Bhavana. And then you have 4 formless sphere. So this can gain the concentration. So you have perception of the loathsomeness of food, ahare, a particular sanya, and on and so on. And then in Vipassana meditation, normally you have 35 objects of Vipassana meditation. So here they are, and I will send you the material after the lecture. Okay, so I think we are done, but let me show you this before we conclude the lecture. And as I mentioned earlier, I want you to ask. No, it kinds of I want this lecture, to be a discussion, sharing different ideas, because facts are written in books, you can refer to it, but some questions are needed to be elaborated, to be clarified. So that is why I would like to open for the discussion. So okay, when we are talking about meditation, either Samatha or Vipassana, another aspect is, and as you know, the 7 stages of purification. So Sattva Visuddhi is very important in Buddhist perspective. And so the purpose of observing the morality, the purification of conduct, is for the sake of purification of mind. So purification of mind or Chitta Visuddhi is gained, is gained through practicing Samatha Bhavana. It's clear. So these are the 7 stages of purification to attain Nibbana. So every one of us, when we are attaining Nibbana or Nirvana or enlightenment, we have to go through these 7 stages. Okay, these 7 stages of purifications are gone through once we are attaining Nirvana. So the first one is purification of conduct, and I want to show you this. So the purpose of practicing tranquility meditation is to gain the purification of mind, Chitta Visuddhi. And practicing Vipassana, with the support of purification of mind, with the support of concentration, we will practice Vipassana meditation in order to, we practice Vipassana meditation in order to gain purification of view, purification of overcoming doubt, and on and so on. Okay, so it is done with my lecture. So overall, what I want to say, so the main purpose of practicing Buddhist meditation is to attain Nibbana. And besides the theories, beside the theories, I would like to share my own experiences and other masters' experiences concerning meditation. You know, on the daily basis, our mind is always encounters, you know, different external objects, either good or bad. And I mean, if the external objects are good, you know, it totally fine for us, and we never mindful about that. But when the external objects are not agreeable, or, you know, contradict or opposite to our mind, which make our mind frustrated, depressed, you know, and on and so on, what happens is we are collecting a lot of negativities to our mind, kinds of rubbish. And so the mind is not clean, the mind is not purified. So the more dirtiness we are collecting, the more suffering we will experience. So from that perspective, meditation is very important to purify our mind on the daily basis, to calm our mind, just to relax the mind, because when we have, you know, burdensome responsibilities or tasks to be performed, we think a lot, we plan a lot. So as a result, sometimes, you know, we feel stressful, we feel, you know, emotionally overwhelmed. So as a result, sometimes we cannot sleep, we cannot have a rest. So, and from that perspective, meditation is needed to give mind a break, or just relax your mind. And on the daily basis, you can practice different kinds of meditation. I mean, at home, but if you have time, you can go to the meditation centers and spend more time there to explore more about meditation. So I think, as I mentioned, we have 1 hour for the discussion. Hopefully you have many questions to be clarified, and Venerable Sokti is here, so both of us can share what we know, or I mean, among the students, there might be some experienced, you know, meditators, or you can share your experience and bring, you know, some factors up for our audience to learn. So that's all from me, Venerable Sokti. So the floor is yours, so you can lead the session.
Thank you, Bhante Kassapa, for spending time to share with us the knowledge about meditation. And as you have a lot of experience in terms of practical meditation, and I think it would also be helpful if we relate our theory to the practice. So maybe at the end of the session, we would like to invite you to share some of this practical experience to lead us in practice. Especially, I think we may have around 10 minutes for Metta Bhavana, kind of generating loving kindness meditation. But before that, we would like to give a floor to the discussion. So students, if you have any question, you can raise your hand. And this is the last class for Venerable Kassapa in terms of learning meditation. And I think this topic is very very touching, because a lot of people in the whole world turning their attention to meditation, because it has helped a lot of people in different ways, you know. based on their personal experience from very basic, feel, and until they can also apply this meditation practice in many different institutions, for scientists, for psychologists, for doctors, for if you have been abroad, you may be aware of that. The meditation has become very, very popular in the modern world nowadays, and a lot of people come through mental health counseling. They always demand the techniques to kind of cool themselves down, learning to concentrate, learning to deal with their mental disturbances. So by using meditation, so it become a main topic for the discussion in today's world. So just give the floor to everyone, all the monks here and all the lay people here. If you have any doubt about meditation practice, you can ask Venerable Master right now. Okay, anyone? You can just unmute yourself and ask the question. Okay, anyone, you can ask. No question. If no question, Kassapa will ask.
I have a question, Pompe. Deepest respect to both of you. Thank you so much. I don't know. I wonder about, sometimes I see like Saktivi, he meditates with partly his eyes open, like looking through his eyelashes. I've meditated with my eyes closed. I've tried to do it with my eyes partly open, but I'm just wondering, what do you think about that? What's the difference, and what do you think about the practicing with the eyes closed or practicing with the eyes open? What's the difference, and what way is best? Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. It depends on the meditation objects you are practicing. So if you are practicing mindfulness or breathing, it is recommended to practice it with eyes closed. Because you know why? The technique is to observe the breath in your mind. Or another term is you have to look at the breath in your mind. In Buddhism, we call it manodvara. So technically, even you are still hearing, or sometimes you are smelling, or sometimes you are feeling the touching sensation. But the main purpose is we are closing our 5 senses, eyes, ear. Closing in the sense is about not accepting it. Even we are accepting, but we don't react. And we train ourselves only to feel, to know through only mind. Because from Buddhist perspective, you have 6 senses. Okay? So practicing with eyes closed and train to focus on the breath is about closing 5 senses and keep 1 sense left, that is the mind, to observe the breath. So as I mentioned, it depends on the technique, meditation object. It depends on the type of meditation you are practicing. When it comes to the practicing something with eyes open, you can practice walking meditation with eyes open. You can do that. So I'm talking about meditation. I mean, in order to gain deep concentration, okay? But with eyes open, you can practice. For me, it is not meditation, but sometimes people use it as meditation. But from Buddhist perspective, we use it Bhavana Manasikara. So this is the Pali term, Bhavana Manasikara. It kinds of thinking about meditation object. We can say that. So it kinds of pondering on or reflecting on or kinds of thinking of the meditation objects. And in another perspective, it is called yoniso manasikara, or right or wide reflection. Like you train your mind to be positive with right understanding. For example, you are sitting in a bus and you can keep saying the metta phrases like, may I be well and happy, may everyone in the bus be well and happy. So, you can do it with eyes open, or you can reflect on the Buddha's qualities, or, or divine beings quality, and on and so on. Or you can reflect on the death, So it can be done in that way with eyes, open. But in order to gain, deep concentration, you have to do it with eyes closed. And another level of aspect is when you are trained enough, with eyes closed, and your concentration is very strong, very powerful. In that point, in that stage, you can even practice, the mindfulness of breathing, even with eyes open. So this is my answer, and good or bad, I give the decision to you, okay? So thank you very much. That's all.
I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Any other question, everyone? Yeah, I think there are some meditation objects that we need to meditate with the eye open, because we need to gain concentration on those objects first, and then when the mind gets calmer and more concentrated, then we can close our eye, like in the objects of Samatha Bhavana, the tranquility meditation, because they have 40 subjects. So like Kasina, when you meditate on Kasina, the circle, the different 10 different colors of the Kasina, it's like a circle image. So meditator need to focus with open eye to see the image, and then they can close their eye, because they have this, the step like like Ugaha Nimitta, right? You have to first take that image into the mind, and then you can start with the eye closed, and that image still in the mind because you already acquire that. So it's kind of nimitta. Some signs also become the subjects of meditation. And for say like meditating on the channel ground, like the bhikkhus, sometimes the monk went to the forest, and where they throw the corpse, the dead body, so they just look at contemplating on the loathsomeness of the corpse, which has pus, flat, or become bloated, something like that. And then they, kind of take the nature of loathsomeness, disgusting nature of this body that thrown away into the channel ground. Then they meditate with the eye open, see that, so take into consideration, become agitated, and they meditate upon that to gain a concentration. That are also some of the meditation subjects taught in Samatha Bhavana. And like Venerable already said, when we meditate with eye closed, because for the sake of gaining concentration, when we just open the eye, we could see many things that can distract us, So that's why in meditation, it is mostly recommended to do with the eye closed, so that we have more attention to focus the inside world, because most of the time daily life, we always spend a lot of time focusing things outside, externally, but we never go inside because we just keep open our eye all the time. So we see everything in the world, bad and good. So yeah, to gain deep concentration, we need to close the eyes and go deeper. Any other question? You can.
I would like to ask some of the questions to Venerable Sangha. And thank you so much for the presentation. Everything went so fast today, and I don't really get anything much out of it. But I would like to ask about the you verify some more of the Samatha and Vipassana in the 7th stage of purification. You can understand very much. The first one I can relate to the Sila. And the second one is purify of mind. I can relate to, but for the view and the past and no past, I really don't understand that at all. Can you help me explain some more on that, please? Thank you.
Okay. It's about theory. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay. Oh, where should I go? Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, this one would be clear if I share this. Let me see. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay. Like, these are the stages that we have to go through if we desire to attain nirvana. It means that we have to cultivate up to its, fullest. First one is morality, about sila, and you know it. And then we move to chitta visuddhi, consciousness purification or purification of mind. So in order to gain this stage, you have to practice either one, like 40 meditation objects of samatha, samatha bhavana. And then only that, then you practice vipassana. Okay, so when it comes to practicing vipassana, you have stages to follow. So the first one you will practice is, we call it, okay, nama rupa paricceda jnana. So in this stage, you will, I call it, differentiate. You analyze and you separate. This is materiality. It's mean rupa. This rupa. And at the first stage, you train your concentration to observe, to see explicitly the materiality, the rupa, and you know that there are 28 rupas, but you can see only 27. There are 28, but you can see only 27. And then you have to divide it into kalapas and tiny parts, and you have to see it, observe it, and after that you will practicing to see, to observe the mentality, nama. So at this stage you try to differentiate and knowing clearly the difference between nama and rupa, and at that stage, your ditti, your view is purified. Normally we have a wrong view that mentality materiality is mine, is ourselves, and on and so on. We have, and they are permanent. This is the wrong view we have. So through this stage, we will purify that wrong view. That is why it is called pure purification. And then at fourth, you will practice doubt overcoming purification, Kankha Vitarana Visuddhi. And the Vipassana jnana is Pacaya Pariggaha jnana. So here you are practicing the Paticcasamuppada, or dependent origination. Here you try to find the cause of the suffering. That is why it is called cause apprehending knowledge, Pacaya Pariggaha jnana. You after having the knowledge of the different differentiation between mentality and materiality, you try to see their condition, how they are arising, how they come to existence, what are the causes. So this is where, and not just observing the, how to say that, your present life, you will look back your previous life and next life, and the purpose is to know whether the past, whether the present, whether the future, or whether the present life, last birth, next birth, are just the process of cause and effect. There is no being, there is no Venerable Khamra, there is no Venerable Soktivi. They are just the process of mind and body. Okay, but from this, they are beyond our experience. They are a little bit beyond our experience. But I can explain you that the path and non-path, like when we are reaching that Vipassana knowledge, you will clearly know this is the path that I has to go. This is not the right path. This is wrong path, and this is the right path. Like this kinds of knowledge will be gained when you are practicing. Okay, and the sixth is Patipada Jnana Dasana Visuddhi, and after knowing that this is the right path, this is the wrong path, you will reach a state that your path is purified. I mean, your vision, your belief, your confident about the path is established, is confirmed. This is the path that I have to go, and this is the final one. Your mind, your knowledge, vision will be purified. This is where you are reaching the nirvana. It's clear. So that's all from me. Okay.
Thank you so much, Venerable, because this topic is very important, and I think I need to learn about this more and more, because this is just a glimmer of it. I didn't get anything out of that much. But thank you so much for the explanation. It's really
my pleasure. My pleasure. I will send the book to the group so you can share. There is a book. It briefly describes about meditation written by Master Aoksayado. I think I have that. Let me show. You can see it right here. Here is the book. So I think you can read it. If you have any question, you can ask me. But just let me remind you, I am learning. I am still practicing, and some when there are some things beyond our knowledge, we only can explain through the theory. So, but this book will be beneficial, will be helpful. And I have two books. I think that the mindfulness in plain English, both can be sent. I mean, if you like. Okay, so that's all.
Okay.
Where should I?
Okay. Venerable Rati, you want to ask your question? Yeah, please.
Highly respects Venerable Master Soktivi and Venerable Master on camera. Yes, I have one question. This question I hear since I was young. Yes, mostly come from old people that when I used to practice meditation, and then they tell me you should not practice meditation. You should learn more and more, and then when you know very clear on that, you should practice. If not, you will get like mental disorders or mental illness or something like in Khmer we say that thua samadhi tới ai good at agent. Yes, this is what I heard from old people, and then I just want to ask you for more clarification on that based on your experience, your study and research. So how can you suggest me and everyone here? So yeah, thank you, Venerable.
Yeah, thank you, Venerable sir, for a very good question. And Venerable Sokti will share more in addition what I am saying. The rationalization goes like this. If you practice meditation, with right understanding, you will never go astray, and you don't worry about that. So that is why. But the thing is, you need not to study everything about Buddhism. The thing that you have to study is the purpose. The purpose of practicing meditation is one point. And another point is, whether you know a lot about the theory, about the teachings of the Buddha. You remember, the three baskets, you know everything about Buddhism, and then you're practicing meditation without any teacher, without any experienced teacher, without any proper guidance. From what I know from my own experiences, you will experience the same thing. You can, you can lose your path. You can get lost sometimes, because when it comes to the practice, it's really hard that it doesn't go the way as the scripture says. I'm not saying the scriptures is wrong, but what I'm saying is because what the scripture doesn't explain, we will experience. So that kind of experience, if it's not explained or elaborated clearly by the experienced teacher, meditation teacher, we will, create kinds of skeptical doubts. It's one point. Another point is we keep thinking, like, because many thoughts, many emotions, many mental images, imaginations will arise. Different kinds of mental imaginations. So when you are not properly guided or shown the way, you will get lost, and you might think that those are achievement, those are enlightenment. So even you have, even you are knowledgeable of Abhidhamma or anything. So I mean, in at this point we can be deluded, we can be cheated by our own mind. So from my own experience, you have to learn the scripture, but not everything. But if you don't have enough time to learn, like our people who are working so hard to earn the money and to look after the family, what you need is an experienced meditation master. So the issue, can be solved. But this thing can be happen when you undertake a very deep concentration, or you just want to test something that more different or beyond your thinking. Like you want to practice jhana or do any kinds of very deep insight meditation, vipassana. So at that stage you need experienced meditation master. If not, so you can go astray. But if you just practice very simple meditation technique like metta bhavana or reflection on the Buddha's qualities, keep saying itipiso or samma sambuddho, or practicing mindfulness of breathing. From my own experience, no, you can't practice it. Just learning about it a little bit, so you can practice. It's totally fine. So I think, yeah, that's all from me, Venerable.
Yeah.
And Venerable,
Yeah.
you can share. Yeah.
I think such a question, most of us have heard that since we were young. So we even become, intimidated when hearing about practicing meditation, because people keep, telling rumors that, oh, it's not good to practice meditation when you don't have like a teacher, or it can. Even sometimes they have the teacher, they went to a meditation retreat and they still experience some of the mental disorder, but I think just like Venerable has said that we need some guidance. If we are beginner, if we are new to the meditation, of course we need a guided instruction, we need a guided meditation master, so we can know where to go, and also the purpose of meditating. So I mean, nowadays we can learn from everywhere, from YouTube, we listen different masters, we have the book, so it become even more convenient for us in modern world, where we can learn meditation by ourselves, by just listening the techniques from YouTube, from an experienced master, and also we can go to the center by ourselves, so we don't need to worry that much. So I think maybe give Venerable the time to lead Metta Bhavana, maybe about 10 minutes one day. So you please lead the practical loving kindness meditation for us. Thank you. You're mute one day.
Thank you. But I think we have about 25 minutes left. So no any questions? So you ask me to lead or what?
Yeah, I mean, if there is question, but if not, then they just lead Metta Bhavana. Yeah.
Just lead. Okay, but before, I'm sorry. Before leading the Metta Bhavana, I would like to share some tips, the theory. So let me share. But okay, sorry. Oh goodness. You can see, right? So these slides are not mine, but from experienced meditation master, and he sent it to me to learn. Okay. We go to I want to show you this. I'm sorry. Okay. You can see it. So it's big enough. Huh?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, we can see it. Yes, we can see it. Master.
It's big enough. I want to zoom it, but let's see. Okay. So as you learn, there are 40 meditative objects or kammatthana, and among the 40, there are 4 meditation objects, and they are called 4 sublime abidings. In Pali, Chattaro Brahma Vihara. So the first one is metta, second one is karuna, mudita, and upekha. And these meditative objects can be used to gain deep concentration. And I think you know there are 4 jhanas, okay, or deep concentration or meditative absorptions. There are 4, but I just want you to learn. But metta, you can gain only 3, okay, until a stage jhana. Karuna also 3, mudita also 3, and upekha 4. Okay, and the phrases for these 3 meditation are the same, just different only for upekha. Okay, so let us see how to practice metta, because I want you to learn. Okay. And these are the guidance. Okay. So when it comes to practicing metta meditation, in the beginning, you have to avoid a person you don't like first. Okay. A person you don't like. And a person who is very dear to you. And the reason is, you know why? Because it can be attachment instead of practicing loving kindness. And then a person who is indifferent to you, mean like the person we know or we don't know, like normal people, like for example anyone we never know. Okay. And then a person you hate, okay, whoever criticizes you, puts you down, or scold you, like simply you don't like. Okay. And then, okay, you have to avoid who? The opposite sex. I mean, if you are male, okay, I mean, at the beginning, you don't spread your loving kindness to person who is opposite to you in terms of sex. And the final one is dead person. And simply the reason is, I mean, this according to this one, I mean the second one, the dead person, you cannot gain dhyana. You can practice, you can do, I mean, you can say the phrase like, may my mom, my deceased mom or dad be well and happy. You can say that, but you cannot gain the deep concentration. That is the reason. And this one is because sometimes lust can arise instead of kindness, instead of compassion. So that is why it is recommended not to practice at the beginning. Okay, so keep these facts in mind while you are practicing loving kindness meditation. Okay, but I mean, these rules or regulations, are for the protection, not to let you get lost in your way. That is why they are recommended. But in normal way, like you can practice that. You can say, may my husband, may my wife be well and happy. I mean, from that, from a superficial level, you can do that, like just to overcome the anger. But these rules are for gaining the deep concentration. Okay, hopefully it's clear. So these facts must be kept in mind. Okay, when it comes to practicing loving kindness meditation. Okay, normally when I teach the students, it's normal that I will teach just to repeat after me, and we will practice that may you be well and may I be well and happy, and then we move to another step. But in practical level, okay, in order to gain a very deep concentration, there are 4 parties you have to identify, you have to understand. And the first one is yourself. According to the Buddhist perspective, before you spread your loving kindness to others, you have to extend the loving kindness to yourself. So first is ourselves. And the second stage, okay, after practicing loving kindness to yourself, you have to expand that loving kindness radiation to your beloved one, anyone you respect. Like when you are reminded of him or of her, kinds of serenity or calmness or coolness will arise in your mind. So it is recommended to practice like from that point. And then you have to move to an indifferent person. I mean, the one who you don't love and hate. So it's normal person, like we call it neutral. And after go through these 3 stages, you can practice loving kindness to very person, the one who you hate. Okay. 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 So these are the recommended phrases to repeat. Like you might find many phrases are written in metta meditation in different books. Some are additional facts added by some masters. I'm not saying they are wrong. They are helpful to cultivate your loving kindness, your friendliness. But these are the recommended phrases you have to say mentally with kindness while you are practicing metta meditation. So in Pali, you have to say like ahang avero homi, May I be free from danger or hatred. So abhya pajo homi, may I be free from mental pain. Anigo homi, may I be free from physical pain. Sukhi attanang pariharami, may I be well and happy. So these are the phrases to be mentally said while we are practicing metta meditation. Okay, because we are running out of time, but the point that I want to emphasize is while practicing metta meditation, you have to how to say that? Okay, you have to picture yourself, that you have to see your happy face, like mentally you have to see it, and then you say it. Okay, this is the technique, because when it comes to a breathing exercise, you take the breath as the object, but when it comes to metta meditation, you take the person as an object. Okay, but sometimes you can't see his or her face clearly, or sometimes you even can't see your face clearly, but it's okay, just keep saying it. Okay, so today I will teach you only this, but normally, when it comes to gaining deep concentration, we don't say these four together. We say only one for 1,000 times. I'm talking about the practical approach, but normally we will say all. It's okay, but in order to gain very deep concentration, we don't mentally say these four phrases. We say only one. We repeat it again and again and again until we enjoy the deep concentration. Okay, it's clear. Okay, so we can practice. So I stop sharing. Okay, so let us practice metta meditation. So please close your eyes. And bring your mind to your nostril. And please relax your entire body. Just sit comfortably. Just put your shoulders down. Just relax. Relax your arms. And observe your breath. Slowly and calmly and mindfully. Just observe as the way it is. Different thoughts, different mental images are rising at the same time. Just accept them and let them go. Train your mind to be in peace with any kinds of thoughts and mental images. Accept their nature. Don't block them. Don't fight with them. They just go and come. So just observe your breath. And now, just imagine, picture your happy face. And then repeat these phrases after me, mentally, silently. May I be free from danger. May I be free from danger. May I be free from danger. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from mental sufferings. May I be free from mental sufferings. May I be free from physical sufferings. May I be free from physical sufferings. May I be free from physical sufferings. May I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. Keep smiling mentally. Before opening your eyes, please take a very deep breath 3 times. And be mindful of your breath. Once you are done, you can open your eyes. Okay, so thank you very much for everyone, and especially Venerable Saktivi for inviting me to share what I know. And as I stressed at the beginning, I'm still learning. So during my lecture, any kinds of shortcomings, mistakes, deficit facts have been presented, I seek your kindness to forgive me, and I would like to say very sorry. And this topic is very broad and it is very, sensitive in other contexts. And I'm very honored and I'm very privileged that you spend your time to learn to know about Buddhist meditation. And yeah, hopefully to meet you again. So thank you very much and good night, good morning.
Thank you.
From Cambodia. So Venerable Sokri, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Khonte, for spending time to share with us your knowledge about meditation. As meditation is the heart of Buddhism, so we as Buddhists, we should learn and get the knowledge of meditation to be able to, for the sake of our own practice and also for the sake of helping others. And I could feel when we start Metta Bhavana, practicing the loving kindness meditation, I think it's very cool, very calm and peaceful. And so I would like to suggest every one of us, if possible, we should spend some time to meditate every day, at least 10 to 15 minutes, before you go to bed. And then after you get up, before you start off your day, you should start off with mindfulness. A day of mindfulness will make you success, make you fresh and success. So it's important to train our mind, because the meditation is the technique to achieve peace, a real peace from inside. The world is in turmoil, but let the mind be peaceful. By learning meditation and practicing meditation, we could train the mind a lot, as I myself and Venerable Kassapa also already share about some of the techniques and experience about meditation. So my suggestion for all students, please, you have to learn and focus on about meditation. Don't miss about this teaching, because we are Buddhists, so we must have good knowledge about meditation. And even especially when you are monks, so we must be skillful in meditation. Like when you go abroad, you go everywhere. So the simple topic that people ask the monk will be about meditation. So it's a skill that the monk should possess. So this is very important. That's why we have spent many weeks about meditation, not only with Venerable Kassapa, but with some master from Myanmar already. We spent during when we study Dhammika Sutta, because most of the sutta always talk about mental development, related with how we train the mind, how we can be peaceful, how we can deal with defilement. So they all related with the mind training. So it's about meditation as well. So thank you so much again, Venerable Kassapa on camera from Vipassana Dhura, for this center of the Kingdom of Cambodia, for spending time and sharing knowledge with us. And we would like to collect all the merit from this Dhammatana, be shared to all beings in the whole universe. May they all be happy, be well, and be liberated from all kinds of misery. So I would like to end our session today by reciting Tukkhapata to share and spread loving kindness to all. Tukkhapata jana tukkha bhayapata jana bhaya sokapata jana soka honto sape Vipassana. Samatha. Goodbye, everyone. Night and good morning.
Thank you.